Hello, my name is Neil, and today I'm going to teach you how to convert your Teeglepets into avatars. It's not as complicated as it looks. It just involves some knowledge of modding and already owning one of the Teeglepet avatars. Of course, this might possibly work with the Teagle standard. It's just the difference in the animations, in the way that they are done, particularly in the face, that might cause some issues. I know a lot of my older animations don't quite work with the pets. They deform the front legs um, due to some differences. But this method will 100% work with pre-existing avatars like the Arabian, which I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing the Arabian Teeglepet right now. So that's the one that we're going to be using as a base to turn our Jameson into an avatar. So first, let's go over the anatomy of the Teeglepet. When you look at a Teeglepet, it's made up of a few different components. It's made up of the physics prim, the base prim, and then the mesh itself. And the mesh, now I'm gonna turn off the animesh here. We're gonna look at what makes up the Teeglepet in terms of mesh pieces. So you see here we have this link, which is the eyes, the eyelashes, and the hooves, and it also includes the sheath for gildings. And then we have, move that one out of the way. What's it doing? Hello? The base mesh for the horse itself. This is the main body, and then of course the mane and tail. So, what we're gonna do here now is we're gonna unlink all of this mesh from the root prim. And we're not going to ditch the root prim immediately. We're going to look at that in a second. So I'm going to take off my mane and tail and body and all of my accessories here. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to link this, excuse me, the eye, hoof, genitalia parts right to the body right there. Now, if you notice here, there is absolutely nothing inside this body. So, when we need things inside this body, we need texture scripts, we need sound scripts. So what we're going to do, is I'm going to find my Arabian avatar body here. I'm going to take everything that is in every single piece of inventory that is in this body. I'm going to put it into my inventory. And I'm just going to transfer it into the body of our Jameson. So this is so that it can play AO sounds and take pliers. Like I'm gonna just test it here with a plier. See, now it works without a plier. And we're gonna have to do the same with, if you want to use the same included mane and tail, we're gonna have to just simply put this texture script into the mane and tail parts. So now those respond to pliers. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take all of this into my inventory. So you see here, they're just called tail, mane, body. We're gonna go ahead and they're gonna go into your objects folder. We're just gonna do cut, and then we're gonna paste into the avatar folder of the avatar that we are using as our base. So now I put it on. You see here, my shape is a little bit screwed up because it was based off of the Arabian. But if you use like the default shape that comes with the Teeglepet, it's not a problem. It'll probably be normal. You could fix it into the shape that you like. So this is just the most basic of it. It's just using pre-existing animations See, now we have the sound playing. It's an avatar. Works exactly like an avatar. The only difference is the fact that you don't have a tattoo layer. That is possible to make. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take off our body. We're going to unlink our body. I'm gonna make a copy of it. I'm just gonna delete this. And then gonna find the tattoo layer for our avatar that we are using as our base to make this Teeglepet avatar on. And then we're gonna find, you see this here, this description? We are gonna copy and paste this description into this description on here. We're gonna name it to layer. So let me give this a test. And that, see, now we have a tattoo layer. What we are going to have to do is we're going to have to do edit, texture, we're going to have to set the blending mode to alpha blending so that the transparency of the marking works correctly. So that is the most basic Teeglepet setup. You can actually do that with a no copy horse. Since Second Life permissions dictates you cannot link things to no copy items. So the mesh of, I'm going to pull out my sugar cookie here. So I don't have a copyable sugar cookie. Oh, my sugar cookie's gone. Okay. Let me find a different one. So, okay, there we go. My fjord is no copy. Alright, so Second Life permissions dictates you cannot link things to no copy items, so the mesh for no copy Teeglepets is copy. So you can do this with a no copy Teeglepet. The key difference is if you look in the inventory here, if we're gonna wait for it to load. Well, I'm not gonna wait for it to load because we're gonna wait for a different inventory to load for a second here. The contents of it is what makes a no copy. So you can copy the mesh and make an avatar out of it. It's just you will not be able to use the animations versus what I'm going to be doing here in a minute. Alright, so I actually had to pause my recording for a minute because the loading in the inventory was taking so long. But you see in here, I've got the inventory of the Teeglepet open. And this is how we're going to get the animations for our thoroughbred to be functioning. So what we're going to find, so I'm just going to type T to cut down to the T's here. We're going to see TB stand 1, 2, and 3. Take those into our inventory. The thing about the gallop, because I'm sure that's going to be a thing you want to put in, is that it's actually in pieces. And at this time, I'm not sure how to set it up in an avatar. So unfortunately, going to have to skip the gallop for now. But we're going to grab, excuse me, the trot and canter, which they're actually the Connemara's trot and canter. So now we have the stance, we have the trot and canter. The walk is just the default Teeglepet walk, so we're not going to mess with that. We can just go ahead and delete that. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go into our AO. He's going to see a couple note cards here. These are the note cards that tell the AO what to play. In terms of standing and walking animations. So we're going to take TH stands, TH walks, works in our inventory. Just have those note cards because we're going to be editing those to suit our new animations so that we can tell the AO to load those note cards. So I'm going to rename this one TB stands because we're going to be putting the thoroughbred stance in that one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the way that these note cards are set up. The standing one is very, very straightforward. You're going to see here, this is just the names of the animations in the inventory, and it's going to play these in either a sequential or a random order if we so enable them to play by the AO. So we're installing the thoroughbred once, so we're going to delete that. And then we're just going to copy the animation names exactly how they are, case sensitive, and then save it. But then coming over to this one, we're going to modify this so that it is just the trot and the canter. Gonna do the same thing. Gonna go here. Gonna copy and paste the name of the animation so we know that we want it to play this animation. And to explain these lines a little bit further in terms of breaking it down, this is the animation it's going to play when you're going forward or to the right. This is the animation that you're going to be playing when you're going to the left, designated by left colon here. And this is the animation. Well, sorry. This is the animation that's going to be playing when you're going forward. This is going to be the animations that are playing when you're turning to the left. So it's going to play this trot animation, then it's also going to play an animation to turn the head. So if you want to disable that head turn, you can actually just delete this bit. The comma and th underscore trot underscore left. You can delete that. And the same goes for this line when turning to the right. Th trot right, you can delete that if you don't want it, the head turn animation for the right. You can actually do that for all of your note cards. You could just delete it and turn it off. And this is the sound. S colon, and then it shows that this is the sound that you want it to play when you're playing this animation, and then the speed of your movement. And you can adjust this. I'm gonna change it to 4. And then it's the same exact for every other line. Except for the fact that when we have the canter animations, we have left and right leads, so we're going to put the normal amount of canter in kind of like where the left would be, and then kind of amount of canter right where the turning right would be. So now we're going to save that note card, and I'm going to rename it to con walks, because, well, it is the Conmar movements animation. So, and you're going to see here, this is going to be what'll get this in your AO. It is the AO installer. It is included in the free Tavatar AO kit. It is modify, copy, and transfer. So it's excellent. You can use this to make for your own products. Now, this is very different from the installer for the Teeglepets. That is a totally different thing. But it is essentially the same idea, where we're going to put all of these in here. We're going to put the note cards in here. We're going to put the animations in here. Then I'm going to name it to TB and Conmer animations. And then I'm going to take it into my inventory. Then I'm going to add it. It's going to ask us to allow it to install into the AO. It's going to install into the AO. So now the AO is going to reload. See, it's loaded our TB stands and our conwalks animations. So now we're going to go to this, select active animations. And I'm going to go to standing. I'm going to disable my custom animations here. And see, now we have the thoroughbred standing animations here. Yay! I'm going to fix my shape here. Just a little bit. So now we have our thoroughbred avatar mostly set up. And I'm just going to go here. I'm going to have it so that it is using our new animations. And we are using thoroughbred animations here. So there you have it. That is how you turn a Teeglepet into an avatar. Like I said, you can still do this method with no copy pets. You just won't be able to take the animations out. Since they're no copy, I mean, actually you could. It would just be, you would have to manually res the AO to put the animations in, and you'd have to be dealing with a no copy AO. So I would recommend that for more experienced modders. But this is kind of just the basic setup for now. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you have a good day.